the Times Network, and AMFI launched one of the biggest investor education campaigns with an aim to get every Indian to invest at least one day's income in mutual funds in order to reap the benefits in the long term. The Minister of State for Civil Aviation, Jayant Sinha, was the chief guest at the launch. Here's a snippet of his speech at the event.
India's GDP today is $2.8 trillion. And our market cap at 144 lakh crores is roughly equivalent to our GDP. So our GDP to market cap ratio is about 1:1. Now, we all know that the Indian economy is growing at over 7% a year right now, will hopefully trend at 8% a year and continue to grow at that rate for the next very many years. And ladies and gentlemen, if we do that, we'll go from an economy that is a $2.8 trillion economy to a $5 trillion economy and then to a $10 trillion economy. And generally, the ratio between GDP and market capitalization has held at pretty steady at about 1:1. So if we are going to become a $5 trillion economy and then a $10 trillion economy, please note that our market cap is also going to increase from about $2.5, $2.6 trillion, 144,000 lakh crores, and go towards $5 trillion and then towards $10 trillion. The best, ladies and gentlemen, for India's capital markets is yet to come. And please recognize that the capital markets are a prosperity system for India. They are a prosperity generating system for India. Because what happens in the capital markets is those of us that have surplus capital, which is savers, investors, and so on, and the vast majority of those are retail investors, all the people who will participate in Nivesh. They are the ones with the surplus capital, they are the ones who are the savers, and from them, the capital is going to flow to India's most productive, most competitive enterprises, and these are the enterprises that will be able to deploy that capital, use that capital the most efficiently and generate the best returns for India and drive India's prosperity forward. So the capital markets play an extraordinarily important role in our economy, taking capital from those who have a surplus to those who can take that capital and invest it as wisely as possible. And the role that AMFI plays, the role that the mutual fund industry plays in taking that surplus capital and giving it to efficient enterprises is the most important, and that is the magic of the capital markets in terms of spurring our economy forward, in terms of driving India's growth. And you, AMFI members, are the magicians of our capital markets that can take capital from one side and take it to the other side.